How's it going, Connectors? Welcome to a fresh episode of Staying Connected, where we seek stories that connect us with one another. There's too much emphasis on differences that we forget that we're just one big community. We seek to learn about life lessons, experiences, setbacks, and vulnerabilities of one another. We are here to share through open and honest conversations. How's it going, guys? I am Kenny.
And I'm Scott. First of all, Happy New Year. Happy 2021.
Happy New Year.
First, or we're recording this on the second day. So brand new year, brand new opportunities.
It is.
Also some changes. As you've seen, our intro has changed. And we felt that we need to revise our current intros. But let us know what you think. We think it encapsulates what this podcast is about. People focusing on so much on differences across the entire spectrum, political, physical, mental. And we just want to tie that all in together, exposing our true selves, whether it's through successes, weaknesses, vulnerabilities. And just, last year was a big reminder for myself. And Ken, you can chime on this, but it was just a big reminder that no matter what happens, we're all connected somewhere, somehow. That the community, when it comes together, is stronger than anything we've seen as the human population.
Definitely see a lot of that this past in 2020.
I've seen a lot of bad, but I've also seen a lot of kindness. Everyone coming together to help those in need. Everyone coming together to help one another. Whether it's paying for or donating money to those in need, or just offering time. And I know, Ken, you've offered to help those in need as well. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are sacrificing their time, their money, and even their lives to help other people. And, 2020 has given us a time to reflect on a lot and a lot to grow from as we enter this new year, this fresh start. So we just got to continue pushing forward, continue to work together as much as we can, and just stay positive and determined that we can overcome any challenges that come upon us.
And you find that as you help people, you'll get some rewards throughout the way. Kenny was just telling me when he was helping dropping off food for others, he saw Bruno Mars's dad.
Yeah, that was unexpected. Yeah, in the same day, it's like, it was just thought that, some people out there, a lot of people actually out there struggle to find food. And it was just right after the holidays, leftover food, and just decided to go give some away and spread the joy and just, help others in need. And then again, see Bruno Mars's dad, which was a highlight to end up here.
And then tell us how you told me. How did you know it was Bruno Mars's dad?
Okay, so I mean, just the way, first off, I looked at his face. I could already kind of see Bruno Mars in him. And on top of that, he was wearing a fedora, a leather jacket in the rain. And, if you know Bruno Mars, he dresses outrageously. And for his dad to, I am confident that it is his dad. But he was wearing his leather jacket and fedora. It was just spot on. Could be Bruno Mars.
There's never a bad time for swagger.
No matter what age, it's like you go all out.
Wherever you go, drip or drown, right?
Yeah. So who knows? Maybe Bruno Mars is on this island because his dad was picking up food and a lot of food.
You better be working on that new album soon. It's been years.
Oh, I am excited for that. Hopefully 2021 is the year he comes out with some new tracks.
There we go. 48K magic.
Stay tuned for that, you guys. I'm ready for it.
Okay, but let's go ahead and jump into our topic for this episode. Resolutions is New Year's. everyone always sets goals and resolutions, right? But particularly, I'm um, I want to focus on, why do resolutions fail? And let's talk a little bit about our resolutions as well. And mine are a little bit different than this year. Usually, when I have resolutions or goals for the year, it's always it's very tangible things. Like for example, I want to read 5 books. You know,
Mhm.
I want to make a certain amount of friends. I want to go to so many events. I want to lift this certain amount of weight. So it's all very tangible. And those not saying those are bad, but 2020 really forced me to look beyond, just like fruit that I can grab.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying those tangible numbers are like not hard, but they are still hard regarding depending on what goals you set. But I want goals that are transable and transcendent. So one of my resolutions for this year is to start focusing on my purpose and focusing on like meaning of work for in particular. I have a sense of an idea of what I want to do, but I haven't really had the time to sit down to really do some research and really ponder on, what is the meaning of my life? What do I really want to do? And uh, talking about this now, I have a couple, and one would be definitely to create like a school one day for kids, because my passions are in sports, education, right? And me and you love eating, so I want to create like a nonprofit. I just want to put it out there now, like a nonprofit for children and their families. So I think the most important thing is food and education, and in sports, it's for me that's important for me. So I
And it's
want to
good that
cover those bases.
yeah, and it's good that you're aiming towards like helping the youth because they're our future, and to share our experiences and our education and to kind of give them that confidence to succeed in anything that they can is just you're planting the seed for something better than it already is. So
Yeah, and definitely, and it's about giving everyone opportunities. Now that I've read this book called Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell. I recommend that book if you're interested. He talks about people that are like outliers in their field, like the LeBron James, um, the Tom Brady's, the Wayne Gretzky's, all those, and talked about like what. There's just one section where he talked about like accumulation advantage. For example, um, they talked about this Canadian teen hockey league, and some of the kids, they seem to be advancing more than others, right? And he looked at the junior national team, and he found out like almost 80 to 90% of them were born in January, February, and March. Interesting, right? Like 90% of them.
yeah,
And he took a deeper dive into that. Like, why? You know, because they found out that for like under 10, under 13 or something, the league starts in like May or June, right?
oh
And just if you were born in January, February, or March, you're very lucky because now you have a couple months ahead of those born later.
then, yeah.
And if you were born a couple months ahead, you're a little bit more mature because you're a little bit more mature, you're a little stronger, you're a little bit faster, you're a little bit better. But then if you just stand out, then those coaches, they're going to invite you to other camps. They're going to invite you to a more private sessions. And after a couple of years, the gap, the skill gap just increases because you've been getting so much attention for yourself just because you're a little bit better than the other guys and you're a little more physically mature. You get that huge advantage. The other kids, they're not being invited to other camps. They're not playing against higher competition. They're not getting the education, the coaching, the nutrition compared to these guys that are born in January, February, and March. And I took a look at that, and it's like, you know what, that's probably one of the biggest differences between public school and private school is the opportunities, the amount of like focus that's put into these kids. Because
Yeah, and
if you,
you see the difference between both private and public, and it's, yeah, just more opportunities when it comes to like,
yeah, and this is not a knock on like my private school friends or my public
yeah.
school friends. These are just thoughts that I've had throughout the last couple months. Because if you think about it, um, they're no smarter or better, you know, in any different way. Yeah, just sure there's anomalies, but you know, if you take a look at the public school kid, um, the opportunity they're provided is not abundance at all. Like when let's say it's
Mhm.
summer break, right? What does a public school kid do summer break? Just hang out with friends, have fun, right?
Yeah,
But
pretty much.
a private school kid, if they wanted to do something, the parents could be like, "Oh, let me send you to this camp, or let me introduce you to this expert into this area that you want to talk about." So
Mhm.
they're learning throughout summer vacation, you know. And even though it's only a couple months, the public school kids just having fun. Yeah, sure they can study, but it's not gonna be as much as the exposure and the knowledge and the coaching that the private school kid has based
Mhm.
on just opportunities. And when you have to deal with, you know, possible hunger, financial issues, like the stress that accumulates on the youth's mind, it just adds up, and you know, it doesn't allow them to focus on, you know, things they love, education, or like their
Mhm.
passions and hobbies. So that's definitely a goal I want to do in life. But first, I need to get financially set first
Yeah,
in order to make that happen and to meet the right people to make it happen. Because I know nonprofits aren't that easy.
it's not. Just gotta know people and, kind of connect with each other, and then boom,
Yeah.
start it. Well, that's exciting. It's kind of it's a work in progress, but eventually it'll flourish into something greater. Because later on, a lot of these youth will succeed in anything, any challenges or any opportunities that they take on, and maybe that nonprofit will be that opportunity for them to move forward and go
Yeah.
big.
Because I take a look at my life, and you know, a question I've always wanted to ask myself is, and I don't know if it's ego driven or not, but you can give me a little more perspective for yourself, Kenny. But it's like you always hear the question that people ask. I've asked myself this question: it's like, you know, what's going to be your legacy when people say your name? You know, what are they going to think of?
Mm.
And I want to be remembered as that person who was nice, hardworking, selfless, um, putting other people first. And I want to be able to put people in areas and opportunities where they can help others as well, so we can continue the cycle. How about yourself? Do you ever ask yourself that question?
I
Legacy and
constantly ask myself that. It's like every single day. It's like, say if I was to die tomorrow, like how would I want people to remember me? So, it's like anything can happen at any given time. And yeah, leaving a positive legacy, an impactful one, is definitely what I strive for in life. Is It's like helping others, who helping strangers, helping anybody that I can, providing people the opportunity to to grow, whether it's like making new friendships and introducing my friends to other friends, and collaborating with other people, businesses, all of that. Yeah, I think working together has definitely helped me and challenged me, and also grow from all of that. And say, I mean, we hope everything moving forward is just like positive and all that. But yeah, I mean, you just have to live your life as fully as you can. Find achieve I mean Find ways to achieve your goals, um find ways to give back, and yeah, find ways where you can just basically grow from and leave a nice positive legacy.
Right. Yeah, you definitely want to leave the world better
Mm.
than it is when you before you first came on. Um, yeah, and I've been asking myself that question. It's like, what else can I do? I think last year was a big challenge for me. It's like, yes, you want to
Mm-hmm.
strive towards that. You want to keep doing the right thing, but one of my struggles is that, like, only from what I see, like, I'm trying to do this, but there's so many obstacles in the way. There, I want to be right, but then people keep doing me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I want to keep pursuing this, but just my environment isn't like the right arena for that. And of course, I take full accountability. It's like I need to have better people around me. I need to set up a better environment. I need to set up a better place where it's easy for me to do the right thing. It's easy for me to practice integrity. It's easy for me to make sure my plans and my goals get met. And I think that's something that I need to do this year is make it easy for myself to accomplish my goals.
Yeah.
And
And I think, yeah, with New Year's resolutions, that's always something we all do at the beginning of the year, and we hope that we can stick with them. But then again, it really depends on your situation throughout the year. Anything can happen, and those situations can alter your New Year's resolutions. It might put it on a hold. It might change everything. So yeah, and on top of that, setting too many resolutions can be good, but
mental.
yeah, that at the same time, just because putting too much on your plate can kind of be too overwhelming. So just setting maybe your top 3, top 5, and then just try to accomplish one by one, if anything. So yeah, New Year's resolutions. It's something that I've done, but at the same time, over the years, especially last year, it really made me reflect on what my priorities are and what I really need to focus on. So yeah, I guess for this year, I mean, I did set some goals, but it's goals that I feel like I can try to work on every single day. And if there's any challenges that come upon me, I can find solutions to all of that. So
Do you want to share some of them if you don't mind?
yeah, well, like some of my resolutions for this year is to get enough sleep. That's one thing. I feel like I haven't personally, losing track of time has been something since working from home. It's like working constantly, not knowing exactly what time of day it is, and not getting enough sleep. So, taking steps to get enough sleep because it affects your mentality and your physical health the next day. And getting close to my culture is another thing. That's one of the top priorities that I started focusing on throughout 2020, but I also want to continue it in this new year to find ways. So learning Tagalog, learning a little bit more about my Filipino culture, cooking more, and just finding maybe different organizations to communicate with and share my perspective as a Filipino and to learn more from them. So it's actionable steps that I can take to, fulfill my 2021 resolutions. And just, things can change along the way as 2020 was that year. But just gotta take it step by step.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about why do resolutions fail? And I think I touched briefly upon it of how people don't set themselves up in the right environment. They don't make it easy for themselves. So an example I can think of is, if you wanna play the piano, for example, some people they just leave it somewhere where they don't see it. They make it really difficult for themselves. They don't create like a little routine, a little habit. Because, for example, let's say I have a two-story house and I primarily live on the first floor. If I have my piano on the second floor, it's a labor to like go up there to the second floor and play every single day. But if it's in my vicinity and I just make it easy for myself, oh, it's right there, just go ahead and play. The chances of me playing is definitely gonna be a lot higher compared to it being upstairs. So, do you have anything else to add to why resolutions fail? And I think you touched upon it, like multitasking. There's too many resolutions.
I would say that is one of the key ways resolutions do fail. It's just setting too many goals. And yeah, you can set as many goals as you want, but you really have to focus and be consistent with everything. And I think, another reason is, people lose consistency. A lot of people have these physical goals that they want to meet, whether it's like losing weight, gaining more muscle, and so basically you have to be consistent with it. And I see a lot of people kind of like fall off track. I personally fell off track. Like before, when I said to myself, I'm gonna lose weight, I'm gonna go to the gym more, and then come middle of the year, I'm like not even using my gym membership. So it's kind of like that. So being consistent with it is pretty key, and not setting too many goals not putting too much on your plate.
I think another key point is making it really, really easy at first. So you know how some people say, I want to lose 10 pounds. That's incredibly broad. I think a better goal would be, I'm going to go to the gym every day at this time, and I'm going to do this. So one thing that I've done in my life, just to reflect that, is every day I'm going to wake up at 7 a.m. I'm going to grab my book, which is right next to me within reaching distance.
You got to have it right there.
Yeah. And I'm going to read 10 pages before I do anything, before I check my phone, before I get out of bed, whatever. I'm going to grab that book at 7 a.m. every single day, and I'm going to read for 10 pages, 10 minutes, whatever. Now, if I'm feeling good, I'll read longer. If not, 10 pages maximum, nothing less, nothing more. And over the course of like a year since I've done that, I've read like 5 books like that. So it's something really small. Or every day when I get home, instead of laying on my bed or going on social media, I'm gonna do 10 push-ups and 10 squats. Something really, really simple.
Yeah.
And I've come to find that resolutions, they're only words that are like waiting to be turned into actions. Instead, we should focus on habits. Trying to find as many ways, as many methods as we can to build those habits. Because once it becomes a habit, you don't think about it anymore. You just do it, and then it just accumulates from there. It compounds.
Yep. So physically having that object, that journal, right next to you when you wake up is just already a good start to it. Or having, like a pull-up bar by your door, because when you see it, it's like it's giving you that sign, like maybe you got to do some pull-ups.
Bang out some pull-ups before you leave the house.
Yeah. So having those key important things next to you is key.
What else is another way, or what's another downfall, like resolution, do you think? Another one that I can think of
Yeah.
is that people make it impossible.
Mhm.
Impossible, or like damn near impossible for themselves.
Yeah.
So a goal I've had for the last year, which was like incredibly impossible, was to um, make more like build meaningful relationships or something like that.
Mhm.
Super broad. And as an introvert myself, it's really, really difficult to do that. And you know, I've seen some people, like my partner, for example, she's so good at it. It's like I brought her to you guys, and
Yeah.
everything clicked easily. Granted, you guys
Yeah.
are my
It
friends, and you
did.
guys
It
are.
was, yeah, first time meetings. Partnering is just, you know, it was,
Yeah, it flowed very smoothly. Like granted, you guys are awesome people, so that's why I
Yeah.
made it easy. But for me, when I go to see her family or when I go to see her friends, it's like I freeze out or something, and
Wow, even still.
I stay really quiet, and it's taken me like 4 years to slowly warm up to her family, and I ask more questions now. But
Yeah.
I think last year when I tried to just say, oh, I'm gonna build more meaningful relationships, I think that's the
Mhm.
wrong thing to do. Instead, I need to shift my mindset, give myself a pep talk. Shift my mindset, like, instead of trying to build connections, and it goes back to making it easy for yourself.
Mhm.
How about I just find out what they like?
Yeah.
What do they like? That's it. Hey, what do you like to do? Or like, what are your hobbies? Something super simple. Like, be a little more observant. Like, if you see something on their t-shirt, oh, hey, you like do you like UHY football? Who's your favorite player? Something like that.
Mhm.
Instead of like just trying to force myself into this interaction, that may or may not be bad. Just
Find
something really
commonality
small.
with anything. Yeah.
Yeah. Instead of making it about myself, I should make it about other people. Let's learn about you. What do you like? And then if we have something common, great. Let me jump on that. So that way I made it a lot easier for myself, and that's something that I need to start doing. Because with some of our friends, um, even though we hang out, I'm not like super close to them, and that's because I haven't learned enough about what they like. I
Yeah.
haven't.
And that's why we're just trying our best to, meet up whenever we can. And also, yeah, try to challenge and talk with each other, learn more about each other. And yeah, just finding time to open up to everybody.
I
Takes
think my
time.
problem, yeah, definitely. My problem was that, like, I was always searching for these like extremely meaningful conversations. So
Mhm.
then, like, my problem was like from the get go, I want to know, like, oh, what's your purpose in life, or like, tell me more about your family, tell me about your childhood. But they're like, who wants to answer those questions at like the first meeting, especially other introverts? I should just keep it real chill and like it's real chill. Like,
And
hey,
you
what are you
slowly
doing
go
there?
into it. Yeah.
Yes, build that rapport first instead of like going to like level 10 already.
Yeah. Like you got the front cover of the book and then you just, flip the page and keep on flipping.
Totally. Yes, 10 pages a day. But no, I'm really appreciative of like my friends that are like, they're willing to share, like you, like super chill, like willing to share, and very open about it. But
Yeah.
other friends that are a little shy, a little more reserved, that's something that I need to work on, because it's easy when you talk to someone a little more extroverted, and they help you out. They carry the conversation. But sometimes you talk to someone who's a little more shy, and like the
Yeah.
conversation feels like it's not getting anywhere. But that's just the way they are, and I don't need to force it.
It is. So can't really force anybody to say things that they don't want to say.
Right.
So,
It's like you project, for myself especially. I project like, oh, I want a extremely meaningful relationship. I want us to like keep challenging each other. Like the relation, like I told my partner this, so like, if I had 5 more Kennys in my life, I'd be sad. I
I should see
wouldn't
that
be.
5 more K. Oh.
I wouldn't need too many more friends if I had like five more Kenny's, like energy and like spirit and like vibes. It's
Yeah,
like
I'm like, you know, if I had 5 more spots too.
I don't know, you would like five more Scots.
New Year's resolutions, no, that's so. But I am, yeah, again, thankful for the relationships we built so far, and every single person in our like friends group, it's definitely challenging us to, yeah, find ways to build the relationship even more. And yeah, as everybody has their own goals in life and paths, we're all, just trying to elevate each other as much as we can, as I continuously say. And yeah, from there, it's just, yeah, history.
Yeah, I just wish like there was just a way to bypass all this cookie cutter, this awkward phase of like
Mhm.
trying to get to know each other instead of like, trust me, I just want to meet other dope people. I just want to learn. I want to get challenged. I want to grow. And I wish there was an easier way to make friends
Yeah,
that are like, like if I had the power, I always tell people like if I had a superpower, it would be the power of appraisal. Basically see people's stats and like like
yeah.
how they are, how their character are, and like okay, that person has a good character. Like let's bypass all the BS, but it doesn't
Yeah,
work that way. Like you're a
yeah,
dope person to me. Let's hang out and I want to bring more value to you. And trust me, I'm a dope person myself. So
yeah,
but unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. You have to do a little work. But that's something I will be definitely working on, regardless if after vaccination for everybody, things hopefully open
yeah.
up.
And we can all start meeting other people. Not that it's not possible now, but yeah, eventually. Maybe events will start up again, possibly. And yeah, from there we can just mingle.
Um, this is a more of a little sidetrack and a question for you, Kenny. Uh,
Mhm.
okay. I have friends that like I haven't seen and talked to for a long time, and sometimes they'll comment on my social media. And I'll ask them, hey, how are you doing? We go back and forth, and I'm like, okay, hey, when are you free? Let's hang out. And they're like, oh, let me check my schedule, or let me check with my partner, or whatever. And then like they don't get back to you. What is your next response, or what do you do? Because I wanna work on that and not just get like bitter that
So
they didn't reply to me.
yeah, so they didn't reply at all, or
They haven't yet, but
mm,
they have a history of not.
well, I mean, for me, I would continue to respond, or like I would continue to follow up, you could say, and then um, I don't know, eventually make, yeah, continue to follow up. And if they don't respond again, then it's definitely not worth your time. It's yeah, it's like, you're putting in your time, your effort to reach out. And if you're not getting the same back, it's just, yeah, is it worth it? Like, yeah,
Focus on those that matter, right?
yeah.
Right.
Um, it is, yeah, people come and go. I mean, people don't respond. People do respond, but if you're the only one putting in the effort, then there's already, that's a challenge.
No, that's what I was thinking. I was like, they don't want to respond. F them. No, that doesn't mean
Yeah, it
they're a
doesn't
bad
mean, yeah,
person.
yeah.
They're just they don't want to hang out at this point, and that's all right. So,
Mhm. And who knows? I mean, everybody is dealing with different challenges. Who knows? Maybe they can't because they're just, you know, dealing with stuff that they don't necessarily want to open up to. So yeah, it really depends. But
that's a very fresh perspective to have.
yeah.
I need to start thinking like that. I
Mhm.
did, and that's just another challenge for me. Like, and that's definitely a habit I want to create for myself. Is when something or someone or something doesn't go my way, it doesn't happen. I need to start getting all the negative thoughts out of my head. I'm not sure, and I'm not sure that happens to you too. But then like it's just like small negative thoughts, and then I just let it overwhelm me, and then it
We
just
yeah,
ruins.
I feel like a lot we all tend to have those negative thoughts that really just push us back and cause us to just, yeah, not really
Yeah,
move forward with it.
yeah. Instead of just being like, okay, cool, me, let me do other things that are just equally as important. Um, right. Any other resolutions from your side, or we?
Um, I mean, I had to list it down. So, you can tell yourself you're going to do these things, but if you have a list that you can look at every single morning, um, then that will help you possibly keep on track. But yeah, I mean, I have others, but yeah, those are like the key things. Just connecting with my culture, getting enough sleep, and I mean, I have a planner as well. So um, yeah, just expanding my creativity as well, whether it's through music, whether it's through writing. Um, yeah, so as you all know, I mean, I have my blog, Commute Hawaii, so expanding on that as well. And yeah, so actionable type of steps
Yes.
that I could,
Actions into habits.
yes, and it becomes a lifestyle.
There we go.
And yeah, so with New Year's resolutions, 2020, well, each year is what, 365 days. You know, don't let don't limit yourself to 365 days. Go past that. Say if you want to work out, lose 10 pounds. Once you lose 10 pounds, don't stop. Well, what else are you kind of challenge yourself after that? Like, what else can you do? Build more muscle, or yeah, it's like you cook one dish, you accomplish that. What's next? Learn another dish. Maybe start
There,
baking.
there are only 365 days of the year, but there are infinite opportunities that are
Yes.
within those 365. But the caveat to that is you only have enough energy for a few opportunities. So, like you're right, you have to be very selective about the opportunities that you do pursue. Um, and if they do, choose the ones that make you the happiest. Choose the one that challenge you. Choose the one that put you outside your comfort zone. And and I think we're starting the new year right, and with this podcast, and big things coming for this podcast. We're definitely planning to do a lot of exciting things. To
Yep.
do all those things I just mentioned, and yeah, hopefully grow this channel or grow this project of ours and influence more people. And who knows, maybe the same followers that follow us will uh, help you or me with our charitable
Yeah,
opportunities in the
it
future. So
is. I mean, that's a good goal to have. That nonprofit to inspire youth to become better and to help them as much as we can.
as much as I love sitting in front of a
Uh,
computer and working my office job, I would prefer
yeah,
to help others. But as of now, I need to do that in order to reach
we all
my
gotta
goal.
start somewhere
Yes.
and
Okay.
end somewhere. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so we are doing a new segment. Last year, it was more of recommendation
Mhm.
of the week, as everyone listening will remember. This time, we're switching it up. You can let us know you enjoy that or not. But it's going to be the reflection of the week.
Mhm.
So what it is, it's a thought, it's a struggle, it's a success, something that we've been dealing with for the last week. And then we can talk about it, what's been going right, what's been going wrong. And then from here, we just build on it. And so for the next episode, if it still lingers, then you can give us progress updates. So basically,
Mhm.
we thought of this as like a cool way to keep ourselves accountable and to practice what we're preaching and to make sure that we're doing actionable things, right? Solving
Exactly.
problems instead of letting it conquer us or blaming it on someone else.
Yeah.
So this is a way for us and hopefully for you guys listening to start building on your actions and keep making that a habit and start reflecting about things in life instead of letting it bypass you. So with that in mind, Kenny,
Yes.
your reflection of the week.
Reflection recommendation of the week. For me, I found myself kind of putting too much on my plate and, you know, figuring out what my plan is moving forward whenever these situations come upon me. Like taking on different projects, having the fear of missing out on different things was a big challenge that I had to deal with and, really find solutions to. And I had difficulty doing that because I want to do so many things at one time. And, 2021, it's a fresh start. I don't want to find myself picking up too many things and, finding myself becoming overwhelmed like early on in the year. So, having a book, a planner has definitely been one of the key ingredients to help me start off my new year. So, simple as this book right here. I like to recommend this planner. It's a weekly 2021 planner. And, from here, I get to list on all of my goals and, keep track of my schedule. And yeah, I haven't even started yet, to be honest. So it's pretty empty. And yeah,
You will today.
I'm starting today. It is gonna be right next to my bed, which Scott pointed out. It is pretty important to have it next to you when you wake up. And so listing down what events or what meetings I have, and also keeping track of all of the projects that I take on, because I don't want to find myself taking on too many things at one single time, because it is.
But my reflection for last week or something I've been thinking about is finding meaning, and we talked about it. I talked about it at the beginning of this podcast, and what else is part? What else can I do? What am I put on this earth for? And I will continue to do that. So far, it's nonprofit about things I like: food, education, sports. Second would be build more relationships, meaningful relationships, keep connecting with others at a deeper level. If you're my friend, you're listening, I'm talking about you. And also introduce me to other cool people too. Mm-hmm. But a third thing that I was thinking about is having, you always see these emerging professional groups that come out, right? And I sort of kind of want to start my own, but it'll be like more mentorship. But for me, it feels not as doesn't have the specifications that I want. So I definitely been looking into starting my own mentor network with all the people that I've mentored, all the people that want to be mentored, or even if it's not a mentorship network, it can just be like a couple of friends, like a mastermind that we try to do. But it's tough. It's tough to do. With all of our close friends, because I know they have a lot to contribute, a lot to say, and a lot of perspective. So those are things that I find very passionate about, and I want to pursue them. So I'm gonna keep refining my meanings and what I want to do. And I think everyone should start thinking about the meaning of their life, find their why, and and after that you can start going 100% towards those passion projects and the meanings in your life, because it's important. Yeah. But yeah, I would definitely give everyone an update next week. So
nice. I mean, I know hearing you talk about that, it made me reflect on just a quick conversation that I had with my dad like years ago. He was asking me like, one late night, like wherever you're going, wherever you're going in your life, you know, you gotta find what your value is. Like, yeah, what's your purpose, and what exactly do you want to do, and how do you want to help people? So yeah, I think finding value in anything you do will, you know, help you push forward with everything, no matter what challenges come upon. So
Gotta take time for yourself and sit down and start journaling, right?
yeah,
If you just, I feel like if you just think about it every day, it's not enough.
it's not.
You gotta take time to just sit down and do it. So I will do that today. And yeah, awesome. Another great episode. Happy New Year
Happy
again,
New Year!
everybody.
2021 is here, and we are excited to launch. You know, launch this year with a fresh start, fresh perspective, on top of everything we've dealt with in 2020. We're going to continue moving forward, continue to stay connected with us. We love for you to subscribe, comment, follow us on social media. We are on everything pretty much. And also, wherever you go, feel free to listen to us on Spotify. We are on there. Listen to our beautiful voices, and we hope that we can inspire you, elevate you, as we try to do as much as we can every single time. And yeah, any final words to, you know, kick off this new beginning, Scott?
Yeah, stay healthy.
Yep.
I know things are still a little rough, but try to find the light in every darkness. And yeah, let's keep moving forward together. Keep improving, growing together. You know? Yeah. So yeah, until next time, connectors.
Sounds good. All right. Thank you guys. See you guys. And then, well, we're in the new year already, but see you guys again next week. All right. Take care.
Take care.